Hi, my name's Todd. You might know me as LilDeuceDeuce. For the majority of the 11 years that I've been on YouTube, I've been working with TomSka Ridgewell, the creator of Eddache movie. I assume most people watching this are already familiar with the Eddache movie series, but just in case you're not, TomSka's Eddache movie series started in 2009 featuring rapid-fire absurdist comedy.
Look out, he's got a nose!
Over the years, I've worked on multiple songs based on Eddache characters such as I Like Trains, Mind Turtle, Everybody Do the Flop, and Beat Beat by Machine. Most recently, Tom and I released the song Real Man. In this video, I'm going to talk about the history of the song and how it spent nearly 6 years in development hell before we figured out how to tell the legend of the skateboarding cow. Speaking of legends, this video is brought to you by, drumroll please, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid brings a console-level RPG experience to your phone, and if you use my QR code or the link below, you can check it out for PC or for mobile. Raid is constantly adding new features and characters like the Shadowkin, a mysterious faction of shadowy warriors. There's also new challenges like the Doom Tower with over 120 levels of bosses to slay. Or if you're feeling really brave, you can take on the Hydra, a new multi-headed clan boss with the ability to regenerate missing heads. To take on these challenges, you'll need to collect new champions and heroes, and my favorite part is whenever you get to summon a new character. The character designs are always amazing. I mean, this dude has a mace, a sword, tusks, and a skull helmet. I mean, that's pretty metal. You won't have to wait long to get powerful characters of your own, because Raid's currently running an event where you can get your hands on Deliana, a brand new legendary high elf champion with some of the strongest support skills in the game. All you have to do is log in and play Raid for 7 days between now and July 20th, and you'll get Deliana for free. There has seriously never been a better time to get started, and if you use my link or the QR code right here, new players will get a free starter pack worth almost $40. This includes XP Brew power-ups and free champions like Misericord, Tiger Soul, and Romero. New players can also enter promo code MyDeliana to get 50 XP Brews and a ton of silver. Once you're in, you can find me in-game under the name LilDeuceDeuce. Just click the link in the description and I'll see you in the game. Now, on with the rest of the video. Part 1, 2016. The history of the Skateboarding Cow song actually starts with the original demos I created for the Muffin song. Back in 2016, I created an instrumental channel outro for TomSka's channel. We thought eventually it might show promise to be turned into a full song. We decided to try writing a song about Mr. Muffin, the new star of Eddache movie 7.
But I want to die!
But I found it hard to balance the right tone for such a cute character with so many dark themes.
Why won't you let me die?
Tom actually discusses this in his video, The Muffin That Saved My Life.
So Todd gets to work. We brainstorm the lyrics.
But I want to die!
One day a chef sent a muffin to space and it landed in some radioactive waste. And boy took a look in the mirror and wondered why he felt wrong. It's muffin time! Who wants a muffin?
And I'm just not quite feeling it again, and again, and again.
So those original demos that I created for the Muffin song didn't work out for a variety of reasons. Which is fine because, of course, the final Muffin song is iconic. It's amazing. Part 2, 2018, early demos. The cow was first introduced in Eddache movie 8 and established 3 key things about the character. He's a real man.
Hi, babe. Yes, I am real man.
He likes to go skateboards.
You guys want to go skateboards?
And, well, the less said about the orphans, the better.
Skateboards.
In the summer of 2018, Tom and I discussed taking the instrumental from my version of the Muffin song and turning it into a skateboarding cow song.
Do you wanna go skateboard? He signed up for the skate competition. The crowd cheered as he started kick flipping. Did an indie nose bone into a real grind, and everybody lost their freaking mind.
So there's a spark of an idea there, but it didn't really blow Tom and I away. It was sort of felt like just back to the drawing board. We've been working on variations of the song at this point for 3 years, and it just doesn't really seem to be clicking. We went back to the drawing board again, and I wrote an electro-funk demo, and although we tossed it aside at the time, it eventually became the initial idea for the song.
Yeah, he's a real man. Yeah, he's a man. Tell him what you want to do now.
I am real man. You want to go skateboards?
Part 3, 2019, Reduce, Reuse, Recycle. I had this unused funk idea, and I didn't want it to go to waste, so when Tom needed some music for the Muffin Time card game announcement video, I figured, hey, why not?
Muffin Time is a card game. It's kind of like a sexy horse.
I wasn't done beating that dead horse, though, because, once I find an idea, I just really want to squeeze the juice out of that idea. And I got a very strange offer.
We'd like to work with you. Here's our product.
Drain snake. Drain snake. Snake in the drain. Put your snake in the drain till you go insane.
I approached Tom and asked, can I use this for Drain Snake the musical? Is there any chance that we might someday turn this into a Skateboarding Cow song? And he responded that Skateboarding Cow was back on the menu for 2020. So sadly, Drain Snake the musical never came out. Part 4, 2020, progress? June 2020, I went back to working on the Skateboarding Cow song. You can hear the instrumental is extremely similar to the final version, but the first verse of the lyrics are totally different.
He's not your average regular cow. He's got the moves and he'll show you how. Everybody says as he skates across the land, he's not afraid to tell you he is a real man. I don't know what to do, 'cause I've never met a man like you. I'm a man.
Yeah, I'm happy that this wasn't the final version of the song, you know, and I'm happy that Tom gave me some feedback and said, you know, the chorus is working, but that first verse, it's not really there. So Tom suggested that we stop focusing so much on the specific character and doing a bunch of cow puns and make it just more of a general pop song where you can take things and apply it to your own life. So by July of 2020, I'd say the song was about 85% complete. Part 5, 2020-ish. Bring in the session musicians! We were starting to get closer now, so I want to bring in some other vocalists and musicians, like Chantel Gabrielle from my hometown of Regina, Saskatchewan. Chantel's an extremely talented vocalist, and when I first met her, she actually used to perform as a singing Elsa from Frozen for kids' birthday parties. Fun fact! When you isolate her vocals in the chorus, you can hear it adds a lot.
I'm a man, yeah, I'm a real man, yeah, I'm a man.
I also contacted Chris Carlier, who's a very talented multi-instrumentalist and composer. You can hear the virtual instrument sax part that I sent him, and then, hey, he turns it into real music. It felt like we were on the home stretch now. We had most of a finished song. So in October of 2020, I created a sting for ASDF 13 that was based on the Skateboarding Cow song, thinking that the song was probably going to be coming out right away. But was it coming out? The song ended up going back on the shelf, though, for another year as we discussed potential lyrical revisions, and we talked about some instrumental changes that ended up happening, too.
So, first of all, was with the choruses, we were thinking if it would benefit to have, like, some punchy power chords during the choruses. So what I mean is, like, when it's like, I'm a man, yeah, I'm a real man. If there's, like, a guitar going, like, wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 you know, that kind of thing. Doing that kind of thing. I just sound like Jack Black right now.
I ended up bringing in Joachim Sandberg to play guitar on the track. He's an amazing guitarist. I love working with him. I first discovered him through our mutual fandom of the podcast Fantasy Fiction, where he contributed songs under the band name Bone Sword. We worked together on the chicken power metal project Aflocalypse, and Joachim did guitar for the ASDF Movie 12 theme. Anyway, he's awesome too because I can do a terrible kind of MIDI mock-up guitar part. And he can take it and just kick ass with it. The other finishing touch was to work with Jayme Gutierrez, who's one of my all-time favorite vocalists. He's amazingly talented. And I've worked with him before as the voice of the Teddy Bear on my channel. He always comes up with alternate harmonies, things that I had never really considered.
He's the man!
You know, he's an actual skateboarder. I'm a poser. I don't skateboard. And he recorded himself doing an ollie, and then you can hear that there's a part of the song that's sort of like a riser or a whoosh. When you isolate it, that's actually the sound of Jayme doing a real ollie on a skateboard. As a final touch, Tom suggested the whole team who worked on the video perform group vocals in the last chorus.
Maybe having a chorus, you know, a call and response, like I'm the man, he's the man, or just like I'm a man, I'm a man.
You can hear Tom himself.
He's the man!
Co-director Eddie Bowley.
He's the man!
The animator Ben Wonchop Smallman.
He's the man!
Compositor and animator Jonti Picking, a.k.a. Mr. Weebl.
He's the man!
And resident comedy boy Elliot Gough, who recorded dozens of takes despite just getting over COVID.
He's the man. Don't get COVID, Todd.
He's the man!
When you combine all these takes together, it sounds like this.
He's the man!
Now I'll add Jayme's vocal.
He's the man! He's the real man!
And here's the whole thing with instruments.
He's the man! I'm a real man! Yeah, I'm the man! He's the man! He's the real man! I'm the man! He's the man! Yeah, I'm a real man! Yeah, I'm the man! He's the man! He's the real man!
So the song is out now. I'm super, super proud of it. And it was an awesome, awesome chance to get to work with Tom again and to work with the whole team. I really can't do this alone. You know, I'm just one guy in his basement here, and there's a whole team of people around the world who are helping to make these songs and to help make the videos come to life. And I'm very appreciative of that, to get the chance to work with so many talented people through YouTube.
Part 6, The Future.
What's next for the future of As the Movie songs? Will I do another?
I honestly don't know, but I know which character I'd choose.